All right, and we are off. We are off. So again, welcome guys. This is our second official mindset mastery training for the E2 Society. Hope you guys like the abbreviated version of the team name. I just thought it sounded pretty cool. Elevation Elite Society. So we just call it the E2. It just sounds cool. So welcome to the second official E2 mindset mastery training, guys. So got a lot of nuggets for you today. As you guys already know, I like conversation and discussion. So, it's not really about me just let's turn this up a little bit. It's not really about me just giving information, but if there's anything that anyone wants to kind of discuss about what we're talking about, that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing this training, all right? So let's kind of get right into that. So I want to call this one, for those of you guys who know that are taking notes, let's call it strategies for supercharging your business. Yeah. Strategies for supercharging your business. So this is what we're going to hit today. Got a lot of points, got a lot of stuff for you guys. Strategies for supercharging your business. That is going to be the header. That's going to be subject of today's training. So strategy number one we're going to get with, right? So you guys always hear me talk about personal growth, all right? And you would also have heard me say that your level of income will seldom exceed your level of personal development. Okay, so if you that's a nice point you might want to make. Your level of income will seldom exceed your level of personal development. So personal development is very, very important. It's key. A lot of folks, they come into business and they seem to just assume they can just wing it. It doesn't really work that way. You have to develop certain skills, certain habits that will ultimately guide you to success. If you don't have those certain habits and skills, then what you want to do is you want to associate yourself and align yourself with the persons that do. And saying that your sponsor or your person that introduced you can't help you much is a very poor excuse. Because if they can't, then you go above that person who's their sponsor, reach out to them and see if they can help you. And if they can't help you, you go right up the line. And that's what you do. If you're serious enough about what you want and you're committed to it, then you can't use your sponsor as an excuse at all. Your sponsor's only job was to introduce you to the information, nothing else. Introduce you to the information and point you in the right path. And they've done half the work at least. So if they don't point you in the right path, it's your responsibility, because you're the one that has to pay your bills. You're the one that has the responsibilities that you're trying to find enough money to cover. Is for you to take that upon yourself to go do that, all right? So you got to take action. So this is why it's important to understand that as much personal growth and personal development as you get, taking action at the end of the day still is where it comes down to, right? You can have all the knowledge, all the information, but then you still have paralysis by analysis. So you want to always take action after you get that personal growth development within you. So strategy number one that we're going to talk about is on that very note, personal growth, all right? One of the things that you want to do, guys, is one, become a lifelong listener. I would have touched on this in our last training last week, all right? So this is a little bit of repetition from that aspect. So first step is you want to become a lifelong listener. There's a reason we've got two of these and one of these. Learn to listen twice as much as you speak. And if you do that, then you can ascertain what a person really is interested in. And if you know that, then it's easier for you to help them make an informed decision based on what they want versus what you think that they should do or should need. Okay, so that's point number one under personal growth. Point number two is reading. All right, readers are leaders. Now, people ask me a lot of questions about different things going on in the business and how to do this and how to do that. Interestingly enough, there's a whole section if you log into your back office called downloadable information or downloadable tools, something like that. And that's in the promotional tools tab. And if you go there, there's a tremendous amount of information there, PDFs galore, as we say in the Caribbean, to read, right? I figured out a lot of stuff because I went reading. I learned a lot of new things that I didn't understand because I took time to go through my business, go to different links, see what they are, see what they do. I found that tab, tons of information. I mean, a lot of information in there. And I downloaded the PDFs. Or if you don't want to download them, just click on preview and just read them if you don't want to download them. And that's how I understood a lot more things. I read. So readers are leaders, okay? Third point in that is listening repetitively, all right? Learn to be a repeat listener. Like always be listening for what a person is saying to you. Listen to how they're saying it to you. So again, you get an idea as to what they want, what their needs are, and again, it allows you to make a better decision. Watch videos, guys. All of this is true personal development. So you're a lifelong listener, lifelong learner. Sorry, is what I first meant to say, not a lifelong listener. I meant to say a lifelong learner was the first point. Read, right? Readers are leaders. Three, you want to listen. So you're watching, you're reading, you're listening, watching videos. Okay. Listen, I do better watching videos than reading. I won't lie to you. I prefer to watch a video. I understand better than just sitting reading. Some people, they love to read. That's their thing. It's not mine. I read. I do read, but I prefer to get a visual, and that's just my personal way. Okay. Next thing is to develop your personal development. Is you want to attend events wherever possible. All right. Events, of course, you know we have in January coming up, there's a company's event, but I know that that's kind of close because we would have just kind of kicked things off here just in November. So it's kind of close. It's kind of close for a lot of our members to be able to do that, especially with Christmas coming up. We don't have had a lot of time to plan. But moving forward, what I would encourage each and every one of you to do is always try to get to events. Events do something special to you that you just can't get outside of it. When you go and you see other people of like mind, of like vision, and you see the vision and hear the vision of the company, you see the corporate reps, and you see, it brings a certain amount of realism to what you're doing, and your belief level is increased tremendously because you took the time to show up. I can tell you right now that every single time that I have attended a convention overseas or wherever it was held, and I came back, I was so fired up, and very quickly, people who would have attended those events always have ranked up very quickly afterwards. So make that a point to try to attend as many events as you can wherever possible. Fourth point under the topic of our first strategy, which is personal growth, is to by association. All right, association. That's the next point. Association. You want to get around people who are more focused. Get around people who are consistent. You want to get around people who are driven or more driven than you. Does that make sense? More focused than you, more driven than you, more consistent than you. By default, if you hang around people who are doing these things even more than you are, you tend to want to do it. You tend to follow what they're doing. And you might not even always recognize that you're doing more, but you definitely will be. And it's human nature to kind of copy what a person is that you're watching, you're viewing, or you like is doing. It's same if you're in a conversation with someone and you're sitting at a table, and if you're really involved in that conversation and the person goes like this and they fold their hands, it's very likely, and studies have actually shown this, there's been tests done on it, psychological tests. Eventually you're going to do this. If the person takes and they put one foot over the next, pretty shortly you might do the same thing. Or you try it for yourself sometime. If you're talking to someone and the conversation is very connected, just try it and talking, good conversation. I can fold your hands, and it's highly likely that person is probably going to fold their hands as well, right? Or do like this, and you're going to find that person start to mirror you if they're really in tune with what you are saying. And I've actually, when I first learned that or heard that, I actually started to practice that every time I have a conversation, and it's real. It is real. It's just we mirror, we're always mirroring. Okay, so start to get around people who want it more than you, who are pushing harder than you, who are talking more than you, who are more consistent than you, who are more driven than you. And by default, you're going to start to pick up these habits. And something that I like to call ascension by association. You start to increase your level of belief and your level of growth as well, just by association with people who are like that, right? Stop hanging around people that are not pushing you forward or further, because those people will keep you back. Try to cut out a lot of stuff that really doesn't benefit your growth. For example, right now I have a Netflix account, and I would watch Netflix like every night. I would watch something. That's my way of kind of just coming down and just relaxing at the end of a long day, doing calls and webinars and Zooms and so on. Now, I'm on a 90-day stint with this business, which means from the time that I started to work, every single day for the next 90 days at least, I'm going super hard. I'm on the phone every day. I'm calling every day. I'm sending messages every day. I'm doing follow-ups every day. I'm doing Zooms every day, every single day for the next 90 days. Everyone is not going to do that because everyone doesn't want it as bad as I want it. They may say they want it as bad as I want it, but you see, your actions have to be in tandem with your words. And just saying that you want something but not putting in the actions to actually confirm that you want it is useless. You're just talking, just blowing hot air out your mouth. And that's all about it. So when you see me doing all these Zooms, it's not, yes, it is for the team, but at the same time, it's for me. It's for me to discipline myself and keep myself focused. You understand that? So you got to start doing stuff like that. But stop wasting time with people who just want to waste your time. You know, you're looking to build your business. Somebody want to get you on the phone and talk for an hour, 2 hours about what? About what? What are you possibly talking about that is going to help you move forward in life right now? What are you possibly talking about for a whole hour that's going to help your business to grow, to change your financial situation? What is it that you're all doing? Are you on Facebook just scrolling? There are members that would join and they said, man, I want to change my situation. They don't attend the Zooms. They don't invite anyone to the Zooms. They're not doing much of anything apart from all they do is just begging for people to be put under them. All right. There's some people like that. They're not even trying. They just join and they just want you to just put people under them. Right. It's very unlikely I'm going to be putting anyone under anyone who's not trying. If I see you trying, if I see you working the business, then yeah. But if you join and the first thing out your mouth is, so you're going to give me people, it's very unlikely just by you saying that, that just would have just changed my mind from giving you people if I was planning to. Right? I'm not here to support handicap. I'm here to support persons who want it and people who are going to do what they're doing. And you should adopt the same mentality as well. God helps those who help themselves, right? That's what it says. So let people have some kind of accountability. And if they're serious about building a business, let them act like they're serious about building a business. Those are the persons that you want to give your attention to, not the people who are looking for freebies. Life don't work that way because they're not going to give you any of the commission that they're going to get when you give your people to them. Just understand that. All right. So be very, very careful about who you designate your time to. All right, guys. Be very, very cautious and very, very careful with that. Be very guarded with who you give your time to. Very, very important. So because if you waste a lot of time doing stuff that isn't productive, it's not an income producing activity. A year is going to come and pass, 5 years is going to come and go, 10 years is going to come and pass, and you're not going to be anywhere close to where you wanted to be or thought you would have been because you wasted it on activities that were not conducive to your growth. So you got to change your associations, change your language, change your speech, change the way that you do things. Also, guys, interesting enough, I want to say this, have a budget, all right? I'm guilty of this. I've never been the type to really do budgets very well. I can make money very good, but I've never been the type to do budgets and store it and keep it away very long, right? So that's one of the things that even I'm working on myself is, you make it, take some off. That's how I'm operating. Like right now, as I earn commissions, one of my things is I want to take some off of every week that I earn. I'm taking off a portion of that and put that aside as a rainy day fund, if you want to call it, right? Too many times before, being in opportunities and made phenomenal money and just kind of went all in, never really putting aside anything, and then things didn't work out, and then it's like, man, I really should have put aside something. So I want to encourage you guys to still be smart, be money wise, and start to do stuff like that. You make $100, take at least 50 or take at least 30, put that aside. All right. If you want to do a 20%, take $20 off every 100, take 20%, put that aside. If you want to do more, do more. All right. You got to do it based on what you need to do and your responsibilities. But I would definitely suggest and this is all part of personal development, mind you. All right. We're still in personal development, is about disciplining yourself in a way that it allows you to increase your level of growth, not just personally, but also financially. Right. So yeah, start to work on things like that. You make money, take some of all of whatever you earn, say, look, 20% of this, at least 20%, I'm not touching. I'm going to withdraw this and I'm going to take this and put this aside somewhere where I'm not touching it and just let that grow. All right. We get paid every single week. So every week you do that. Every week take a little bit and, you know, and do what you got to do. Okay. Now, let's move on to strategy number 2, guys. This is dealing with network marketing skills. Okay. The reality of the fact of the matter is this is a network marketing business. Whether you like the word or not, that's what it is. It is a network marketing business that has a phenomenal product / service that we're able to take advantage of. Right. So let's kind of go through this. So I want you guys to kind of rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, then rate your team on a scale of 1 to 10. All right. I want you to do that right now. You don't need to say it or put it in the chat or anything like that. Actually, let me open up the chat so I can see, you know, what folks are saying. Okay, I'm with you on. Okay, there we go. Right. So it's good. I'm saying you know, as I'm saying stuff, guys, and you want to comment in the chat, that's good. You know, we can, that way I can kind of see get your feedback at the same time, and we can kind of, you know, bounce stuff off each other. So rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How do you rate yourself as a network marketer, someone who's able to do this and be successful at it? Then how do you rate your team? Do you have a team? Do you have a team of persons that you would say are that with this team that I have, I can see for sure that this is going to work out really good. I can see for sure that I'm not going to have to do all the work myself. I can see for sure that there's going to be a lot of success within my team. And that's going to start to really make you think like about what you are doing personally. And it's going to start to make you think about, well, shoot, what kind of people do I really have in my team? Like, this is not the dream team that I was dreaming about. This might be a nightmare, right? You might have a nightmare team instead of a dream team. So start to look at all of these things, y'all. Like, analyze what you're doing, because if you're really doing this business seriously, like if you're looking at this and saying, you know what, I think this business could really be it. This could really be the one that the next 3, 5, 10 years, I'm still here pushing this. This could be like a job in a sense. This is what I wake up to every day, and I'm building this business. And if that's the case, if you're serious about it to that extent, you have to analyze the people that you're working with, don't you? You have to analyze the people that you're working with closely and directly, because that will make a major, major difference, okay? Now, here's some of the things that you want to rate yourself on. This is all within your network marketing skills. So listen carefully. These are some of the things you want to rate yourself on. 1, you want to rate yourself on how good are you at finding new people, finding new prospects. That's the first one. How good? This is you rating yourself, all right? And then by extension, your team. How good am I at finding new prospects? Because new prospects, new blood, that is what is the life force of building a team. If you're talking about building an organization, then new prospects is the lifeblood of that. So how good are you at finding new prospects? Secondly, how good are you at inviting, right? So ask yourself, well, wait a minute, how much people do I really invite to these Zooms? How many of them actually show up? These are questions to ask yourself. And I'm sure by the end of these questions, it's going to make you really look deep into what you've been doing, what you are doing. And it's either going to be a good feeling or a not so good feeling, all right? But we got to go through it. So how good are you at finding people? How good are you at inviting people? How good are you at presenting? Now, presenting doesn't necessarily mean presenting on the level of a Zoom call, because that's just not, no matter what, some people are just not going to be ever comfortable in doing that. Presenting in a Zoom format to a lot of people. But here's a question. If push comes to shove and you were somewhere and you didn't have access to any video, you didn't have access to any Zoom, all you had access to was probably a napkin and a pen. Could you do a presentation? Could you essentially articulate the information to someone if you needed to? Now, I tell you this, for the most part, it's going to be very, very rare that you don't have access to anything, because everybody has Wi-Fi or data on their phone, so you can share a video. But in the event that it was just you, are you able to effectively communicate to a person what you do? Someone says, what kind of business are you in? So what do you do? What do you do, Sean? What do you do, coach? What do you do, Nally? Well, you start to stumble. You don't even have a 7-second or a 5-second response on what you do. So immediately that person's like, you got to think about it. You don't know what you do. So I would tell you guys, practice your, how should I say, not a rebuttal, but your response. Practice your response on that. If someone were to come to you right now, it might sound like something very simple, but you're probably there thinking to yourself, well, shoot, I really don't know what I was saying. How would I say it without stumbling and biting your tongue? If someone approached you right now, hey, so what do you do? How would you respond? Do you know how to respond? Would you have to say, well, hold a minute and start to look and try to explain what the business is, right? Without doing a presentation, by the way, because that should be just a couple of seconds. Bam. Well, bam, 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 bam. Couple of seconds. Next point. How are you at following up? Somebody write this or write this down. The fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. So how good are you at following up? I have a list right now that I keep in Excel spreadsheet. That list is right now, let me see how much names are on that list right now. I'm at, hold a minute, potentials. So I got 113 persons on that list right now to follow up with, and that's one of my lists. This is just prospects. This is not even my list from before of people that I have to connect with. These are just new people that I've connected with over the last 3 weeks. All right? New people that I have to connect with and follow up with. So over the last 3 weeks, I'm always adding to this list, like always. I had a person this morning message me. I put a WhatsApp status out. I highlighted, I like to celebrate the team. Someone, I didn't know the person, she gave me her name. She said, hey, how can I join that thing? I said, do you have a couple minutes to watch a video overview where I explain it? She said, yeah, I got time. I said, great. Bam. I said, here's the video. I got a meeting coming up shortly. I'll connect with you afterwards and we can discuss whether you're interested or not interested. That was it. I don't know who she is from Eve. She reached out to me because why? I was posting. You guys know me who are connected to me on social media. I post every single day something. Why? At least somebody has to ask a question. I don't expect that everybody that sees it is going to ask a question. People need to see something at least 7 times before they respond sometimes. So if you posted 4 or 5 times and you said nobody biting, then you've not gone the full route yet. At least 7 times before you get a response. Then so if you imagine a person who's not posted at all, you've got a social media account, you got a Facebook account, you got a YouTube, you got a Instagram, you got a WhatsApp, you got a Telegram, you got all these things, and all that you're using them for is to just chat and watch videos of people and read people's business and watch TikTok videos and all kind of nonsense. That's what you're using your social media for? I use my social media to market. I have zero interest in anything else on social media besides marketing. Doesn't mean that I don't see stuff and watch them, but how are you using the tools that are available to you to reach thousands of people? So follow up. Let's not stray off point. How good are you at following up? The fortune is in the follow-up. There's a lot of people who talk to people, they reach out to people, and then they never follow up. So here's what happens. Someone else comes along and follows up with that person and signs them up. So now you see the person signed up in the business. You said, but I sent it to you first. Yeah, you maybe did, but you never followed up. So someone came and finished what you started. You see? So now you're mad because as far as you're concerned, the person should have signed up with you because you're the one that talked to them first. Oh, hell no. It's not, no. You talk to a person first. Common courtesy is that the person gets back to you first. But if you reach out to a person and then you never follow up with them to get a definite response, yes or no, and someone else comes in and does that work and they sign them up, they deserve to get that person. It don't matter who talked to them first. Who put in the full work, who went through the full process. It's a process. It's not just one thing. It's the introduction, the invitation, the introduction, then the follow-up. Right? It's the introduction, then the invitation to the introduction, and then the follow-up. If you don't complete the process, someone else comes in, they steal in your mind, they stole your person, or you know the person before them or longer than them, or you talk to them, or you sent them information. It don't matter if you sent them information first, you never followed up and got a definite answer. So you deserve to lose them. All right? Keep that in mind. Don't get mad at people who sign up your people. They're not your people. You did not complete the process. How good are you at closing? So you start the process. Did you complete the process? Did you close the prospect? What do we mean by closing? Well, if you introduce me to the business and you sent me some information, right? You followed up. Well, now you need to make sure that you close it. At the end of the day, you need to know from that person, I'm interested or I'm not interested, or I'm going to do it, but I can't do it right now. That's fine. Everybody can't start at the same time, but you have a responsibility, if you are serious about your business, to close that. You need to come out knowing, is this person doing it or not doing it? Not leave it open-ended. Now, I get it. There's some people that they never even get back to you. I don't like that. That kind of pisses me off. But if they don't get back to you, I'm going to reach out to you at least twice. After I've reached out twice and you don't get back, you don't say anything, you keep putting it off, I'm not getting back to you. At that point, I really don't care who signs you up. Because why? Time is important. Time is important. You got to value your time. So if you reach out to someone, you give them the information, they've seen the information, you try to follow up, they say they can't do it, they got to get back to you. You follow up again, let's set a time, set a date, let's pin this down to some time. They brush you off again. That's it for me and you. I'm not coming back to you a third time. Why? Because I have that posture that what I'm doing is important, and I'm not going to have anyone assuming or feeling like I'm running them down to join a business, or I'm begging them to join a business. I ain't begging no one for nothing. My aim and my goal as a leader and a builder, I'm here to expose the information to you. If you haven't seen it, you're not exposed yet. If you have it and you have seen it, you've been exposed. At that point, if you say no, I know it's a no based on the fact you know what it is. You're just not interested. Telling me no, that you haven't seen anything is not really a no, because what are you saying no to? Unless you're completely adamant, you don't want to even see it. Cool. That's it. You off my list. Well, I put you in a different category at least. I got mine color-coded, green, red, blue. So I know who's ready to go, who's kind of thinking about it, and who just isn't right now, right? I can always get back to the people who aren't right now down the road, right? I would just come and drop a quick follow-up like, hey, man, I know you weren't interested. Just kind of giving you a little update on how things have been going, hope all is well. I'm not trying to convince you of nothing. I'm just updating you that it's still going, it's still working. Because remember, guys, circumstances change. A person may not be interested right now for different reasons. You don't know what they're going through, but they might be in 6 months. So I don't really scratch people off my list. I just put them into a different category. I hope that makes sense. The next point under network marketing skills, guys, is starting. How good are you at helping people get started? Every single day, I'm helping people get started, right? Myself and Ivory, you guys would see Ivory hit builder rank last night. Every single day, I think it's actually every single day, we are on a Zoom helping people get started. Why? So that they're doing it correctly. We show them, okay, we do this, we do Zoom, we do screen share. This is click here, click there, do this, do that, bam. Okay, payment came in. Now this is what you do. All right. So you want to help people get started. Now, for those who may not have been paying attention to the group, you would have seen that I did a Linktree site. So now the videos are on there. How to register, how to find your nodes, and how to open and reach your node account. So please do use the Linktree links. Can someone put it in the chat? I could, but I want one of you guys to go ahead and do it. All right. Put the Linktree link in the chat for anyone that may not have seen it. What I've done, I put everything in one place because, again, in our WhatsApp group, things get lost. There's a lot of, as chat is happening, important information is lost. So what I did, I put all the important videos and links and so on in there. So if you gotta find anything, just go to the Linktree site. If you want the video to send a prospect, Linktree site. You're not sure how to register, Linktree site. You're not sure how to find your node account, Linktree site. Right? You want to find the stats for the Forex aspect, Linktree. You want more credibility, more videos to share with someone about the satellite technology, about this, about that, Linktree. Everything's there. Okay. Good. Promoting events. Be someone who's promoting events. Again, these events could be outside of your island, your country, or it could be Zooms as well. But you always want to be directing people to an event, to a call, to a Zoom, to an event somewhere. When they had the launch in Ghana, I was online searching for people in Ghana to send to that event. I'm not here like, oh, well, I'm in St. Kitts, so that's in Ghana, that doesn't mean anything to me. No, I was here, I was online searching for Ghanaians to invite them to go to a meeting in Ghana. Does that make sense? So don't just limit yourself to where you are. If you're building a global business, build a global business, okay? Build it globally. And finally, guys, aim to get your people more skilled. That's why we do trainings. That's why we started doing trainings. Get your people more skilled. Strategy. This will make a major difference. Last week, I did a strategy on a training, on how to structure your business in a way to maximize your earning potential and so on. So this is things that you want to do. You want to make sure people understand that. By the way, that training is also on the Linktree site. All the trainings we've done so far are on the Linktree site. So plug into these things. If you missed it, go watch it. Learn your business. You will never be able to get to the real kind of money you want to, that 10,000 a month or 10,000 a week, that 20,000 up 50,000 per month kind of income, if you don't train and educate yourself and increase your knowledge base so that you can pass it on to your team. All right, guys? So that's very, very important. It must be duplicable. If you cannot duplicate it, then you're going to be the only one doing everything. For example, right now I'm doing all these Zooms, right? But I'm not going to be doing all these Zooms all the time. There are persons that have already reached out to me and said, look, hey, I'm just kind of getting my head wrapped around everything, getting my flow, but I want to do Zooms with you. So what we might eventually start to do is split these Zooms in half. And this is the way we used to do it years ago, just to kind of get people a bit more comfortable. So we might have one person do the first half of the Zoom and then have someone else do the second half. That way, it's not a whole thing for one person until they're at that stage. So you might come in, you do the first half, bam. Then somebody comes in and does the second half. And we alternate that weekly. What that does is it gets people, your team, more comfortable in speaking, in being heard, in being seen. This is the stage we're going to get to. I will not be doing all the Zooms every day. For these first 90 days, I don't mind, because I'm disciplining myself and I want to be on a 90-day stint. I don't mind doing it for these first 90 days. But after that, it's not going to be happening. We're still going to have them. I'm still going to do some. But understand this, guys. If you really want to take your business to the next level, have you ever noticed that the people who are doing the calls, doing the Zooms, doing the presentations, generally are the ones making the most money? Has anyone noticed that? If you've been in more than one business before, have you ever picked up that the persons who are generally doing the Zooms and doing the calls, doing the presentations, generally are the ones who make the most money? Do you think that that's coincidental? It's not. It's not coincidental, right? It has nothing to do with anyone being better than anyone. It all has to do with a person being in a state, a habit that they're so comfortable doing it that it's easy for them to do all the other things: reach out, invite, promote, follow up, close. It's easier. So that should tell you that if that's the case, you need to get yourself to a place where you are able to do a Zoom. Now, here's the thing: practice to yourself in a mirror first if you need to. It might sound dumb, right? But when you're making 100 grand a month, it ain't gonna feel dumb no more. Or even 50 grand or 20 grand. Start to present to yourself. Get in the habit of speaking. Because what's gonna happen if you've got a team that comes up somewhere, some island, some country, And you're like, man, I got a whole team over there. They're like, you're our upline. We want you to come and talk to our people. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to call me? What if I'm already in a different country doing calls? Because I'm gonna let you guys know right now, from 2023, I'm looking to be doing a lot of traveling. So I'm not gonna be doing Zooms every single day. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be like, well, we can't, there's no live Zoom, there's nothing happening because the presenter is traveling. So what, your business is gonna stop? Come 2023, I'm geared up to travel and hit a lot of different islands. So I won't be doing these daily Zooms. So what are you gonna do? You guys with me? So you don't depend on any one person to build your business. Don't. You still got the videos, use the videos, but when it comes to live calls, what are you gonna do? What if your team of 10, 15 people say, hey, I got 15 people coming over to my house. I need you to come and do a full presentation for me. What are you gonna do? I can't make it. Is this making sense, guys? Take some accountability, right? Take some accountability. Get to that point where your team is looking at you and saying, man, my sponsor, my upline is doing these Zooms. I'm killing it. They're able to help me. They're actually able to help me. They're actually able to answer questions for me. They're actually able to assist me on my growth, and they don't have to be contacting somebody else in order to do it for them. That is what you want your team to be saying when they look at you, that you can actually help them. And if you are saying to yourself, well, shoot, boy, there ain't really much that I can do right now to help my team at all, you need to do some self-evaluation if you really want to go big in this business. I don't know who I'm speaking to right now, but I'm just giving it to you raw and unfiltered, y'all. All right, I ain't gonna tell you what you need, what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. Let's move on. So that was network marketing skills. Strategy number 3, right? Number 3, product or service. Now here's the thing: we buy nodes for the most part. We got the, we got the forex side, we got the travel side. If you want to package with the forex, plug into the channels, plug into the information, so that you actually get immersed in it. Don't just buy the package because you just wanted to get in and have 80 points in order to earn commissions. Remember, at the end of the day, guys, it's all about value. And the more value that you can bring, the better. The more value that you can show in a business, the better. Because understand that there's a lot of other companies out there that also have really good compensation plans. Really, really good. Like real good. I don't think they're any as good as this one I've seen, but really, really good. But it's not about that. Like a lot of people tell you straight, man, been there, done that, try this company, try that company, same thing, same thing, same thing. What makes this different? And you can't say, well, our compensation plan pays a lot more. People don't care about that. I am a numbers guy, and I don't care about that. I love that it is set up the way it's set up, but I didn't join because of the compensation plan. I joined because I saw something that had value, substance that could last for a pretty long time. That is what I joined for. That is what excited me. After I did that, then I started to learn more about the compensation plan. And I'm like, oh my goodness, no, this is really going to be good. But it wasn't about the numbers for me. It was about the substance and the value of what I was getting involved in. And if that is true, which it is, if that's the case for most people, which it is, then you need to educate yourself on the value that you have. You have the cookie. You do. They don't. You do. You got the life-changing opportunity. So you should be real excited. You should be out there letting people know how excited you are. Why do you think I'm posting every single day? Ain't everybody gonna say, yes, send me the information, or yes, sign me up? I know that, and I expect that. But I know if I keep posting and I don't stop posting, they're always seeing something. So you know what they're gonna say? Man, he's consistent. He's consistent. They're gonna say, man, he's really serious about this thing. And subconsciously, they're gonna be thinking, this is somebody that I could work with because they're serious about it. If you're a one-on, one-off here today, you post today and then you don't post for another couple of days, it doesn't really resonate. It doesn't stick. You're there sometimes, you're not there sometimes. But if every day they're like, man, all this guy's talking about is this business, this great, is doing this is the best thing, for so long, non-stop, for weeks, for months, he's still putting information and content out there. Guess what? They're gonna eventually, when they're gonna reach out to someone, guess what they're gonna reach out to? the person that they're seeing the most. You see that? The person that they are seeing the most is the one they're going to reach out to. Because in their minds, they believe the fact you've been consistently posting and talking about this business for so long without breaking, I know that you're serious about it. Give me some information. I want someone that I can work with. I want someone that can answer questions if I've got questions. Someone that can help me. So you need to be intentional in all that you do, because success is intentional. It's not by chance, it's not by mistake. Success is intentional, and you need to be intentional in all that you do as you market your business. All right. So be passionate. All right. Be passionate about your business. Be passionate about your ambassadorship. You are an ambassador. That's what we call us, you know. When you purchase a node or you purchase a package, you are an ambassador. What is an ambassador, y'all? An ambassador is someone who represents something. They're the representation of a product or a service or an entity or of a group or something along that line. So when you join and you purchase the package, look at what your title is. Ambassador. They didn't say you're a member, right? They didn't say you're a member. They didn't say you're a sign up. You are more than a sign up. You are more than a member. You are an ambassador. So the question to you is, do your actions reflect you being passionate about being an ambassador? Because if they're not, then how can you expect anyone else to get passionate? It's not going to happen. So you have to be first excited and passionate about what you do. And this is why in our last mindset training, I spoke about having a posture. And the posture that you have, and the way that you speak, and the way that you move, and the way that you talk, and the way that you do everything, that posture that you exude, people will pick up on that energy. And just by that energy that you exude, people will want to work with you. People always say that you got a lot of people, man. It's easy for you, coach. You get a lot of people. How do you think that I do? Do you think that I go after people? I don't even know the last year that I sent a friend request to someone. I haven't done that in years. I don't friend request anyone. I don't know the last year I've done that, right? I would say about 97% of every person I sponsored or signed up reached out to me, not the other way around. The 3% was personally a couple people that I do know already, and I reached out to them and say, hey, what's up? What's going on? Look, don't have a lot of time. I just want to let you know that I found something. It's really big, and I want you to take a look at it and give me your honest opinion. Let me know what you think. That's it. That's it. I found something really big, really exciting. I don't really have a lot of time right now, but I just need an hour of your time. Just an hour. I want you to hop onto this Zoom and just listen. Just an hour. I don't need more than that. Just an hour. Or, hey, what's up? What you doing? Listen, don't have a lot of time, but I want you to check something out. It's about 30 minutes. That's all that I need of your time. I promise you, you look at this, you can be pretty excited. But either way, watch it, give me your opinion, and let me know what you think. Done. That's what I do. That's all I do day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. I'm invited to calls, I'm sending videos. Invited to calls, sending videos. I ain't getting into a lot of long conversation. I ain't got no time for that. I try to build an empire. Invited to calls, sending videos. That's all I do. So when you see that I've said I've given away 30 people, I've given away 40 people. Those are people that came to me. People that saw my posts, people that saw what I'm doing. They see that I'm consistent. They want more information. And I'm just, okay, fine, bam. And I'll be looking for different links of members. Okay, sign up on this link. Your sponsor's name is going to be active. All right, so make sure you see that, etc. So that's all I do. Okay. So be intentional, guys. All right. Strategy number oh no, not yet. We're still on strategy number 3. So be passionate. Public use whenever possible. So yeah, let it be known, let it be seen. Don't be a secret agent, in other words. All right. Do not be a secret agent. If you are a secret agent, then how you expect to build business big? There are people right now I know in the team, and I know that they're hardly even talking to anyone. Hardly. They're just quiet. They just want to be shy. They want to build a business. They want the residual income, right? You know, they talk about, I like the passive. They do like be passive, but they want to build a team. They want to talk to people, but they're not. They never post anything because I don't know why they don't want people to see them posting. I don't know. Are you ashamed to post about a business? If you're ashamed to post about your business, then it's very unlikely you're going to get that far. I'm just keeping it real. It's best to just buy some nodes and just earn the passive. Just keeping it real. If you want to do the shy thing, you want to play shy and timid, and I don't want to talk to people because they might tell me no, you got to be a bit more thick-skinned than that. But what if they say no? What if they tell me it's a scam? All right, people have been saying stuff for scams for years. Shoot, if you're a Christian, they call Jesus a scam too. And you follow Jesus, right? So what are you really saying? So you can either make money or make excuses, man. You either do it or you know, you either do what you gotta do, or you know, just be passive. That's the reality. Just keeping it real. So be visible, be out there, be known. If people don't know you, people don't know what you're doing, then how do you ever expect for your business to grow? They don't know what you're doing. So you come down to one of two choices. One, be passive, or just keep asking somebody to give you some people. That's what it's going to come down to. Hey, can you give me some more people? Can you sign some more people under me? No. Get up there and do some work like everyone else is. Now we're still helping people. Like, yeah, we're giving away people, we're giving away a ton of people. But what I'm saying is, no one is obligated to do that for you. Be all adults. Because basically what you're saying, and this may step on toes, it may or may not, it doesn't matter because it's just facts, right? You can't get mad at the truth. The reality is, when you say to a person, give me some people, or sign up some people, give them to me, and you feel like you are, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, when people believe that they are supposed to get something, entitled, that's the word I'm looking for. If you feel that you're entitled for someone to give you people, what you're basically saying is, I want you to go there, do the invitations, do the follow-ups, do all the work, pretty much convince that person to join this thing and deal with all the rebuttals, deal with all the negative comments, deal with everything that they have that might be negative, get them excited and join. And after you do all of that, I want you to give them to me, and I am going to keep the money that will be paid as direct bonus. And I'm not going to give any to you. Now that might sound harsh, me putting it that way, right? That might sound pretty harsh. But when you believe you're entitled to someone giving you people, that's essentially what you're saying. I want you to go there and do all the work, find the people, answer the questions, do the follow-up, get them signed up, but then give them to me so I can get the money and keep the money. Every time that they buy something now, I get paid. I'm not going to give you any of it, but I'm going to get paid. That's what I need you to do. And that's what you're supposed to do because you're my sponsor. Does that sound fair? Is there any way, any angle, any perspective that sounds fair? Because it's not. It's not. It's not at all. So what I'm saying is, never be in a situation where you are depending on someone else to do this for you. What we're trying to do here, guys, is toughen you up for the first part. People too soft these days. We try to toughen you up, and we're trying to get in your head a state of accountability. If this is your business, then it's your business to mind your business. Mind your business. If persons give you referrals, great, fantastic. But make it your business that you do what you need to do despite who may give you what. Are you guys with me? All right, are you guys with me? Okay. Gather your customers and encourage your team to do the same as well. So as you have a team, if you've got one person in your team, it is your responsibility to guide them in turn to what they need to do. It is not your responsibility to do everything for the persons you sponsor. Let me say that again. As a sponsor, it is your responsibility to make sure that that person you brought on board, you have given them the tools they need to succeed. It is their responsibility to take the tools and get to work. If that makes sense, somebody drop a number 7 in the chat. Let me know that you're following. All right. Drop a 7 in the chat if that makes sense. It is your responsibility to give them the tools, the direction on what to do. It is not your responsibility to do it for them. That is their responsibility. My sponsors introduced me to the business. That's all that they did. Once they introduced me to the business and they show me where to go, what to do, from there on, I logged in. I went through the website. I clicked on the links. I went through the PDFs. I read the information myself. I took time to understand. I went on YouTube. People seem to forget that there's something called YouTube, which has information on everything. Like every single thing you could possibly ask me or your sponsor is probably in a YouTube video, right? Why don't people use it, right? Anyway, so I did all of that because I understood it is my business. And in 4 days, I started to do my Zooms, right? And I started to work with you guys, the team, and now we're working together. We're doing our own trainings. Do you think that I'm still, if I don't know the answer to something, I still reach out to my sponsor. Hey, do you know? If they don't know, not the problem. Bam, I go and I search. And I found things that my sponsors didn't know. And they're like, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, right? I found things that they didn't know. They ask me questions sometimes on some things. And that's all right. Because all of us working towards the same goal. All right? Okay, let's go. We're gonna cut this in half. We're gonna do half of these, and then we're gonna do. I got a lot of points, so we're gonna continue this. This is gonna be part 1 of this particular thing, right? So let's go. Let me see how much points that I have here for you guys. Oh God. Okay, 10 points. Okay, so we're at number 2, which was network marketing skills. Number 3 was product and service. All right, strategy 3 was product and service. Okay, so based on the time, I'm going to do one more, and this one is called time management. Okay, treat this like a job. So this is time management strategy number 4. Time management. Treat this like a job, not like a business. Now you're there like, but wait a minute, what? That don't make no sense. That's different than what I've ever heard. Treat it like a job, not like a business. Treat it like a job until it can pay you like a business. All right? Hope you guys caught that nugget. Treat it like a job until it pays you like a business. You wake up every day, you get ready, you get dressed, you get your breakfast, you head out the door, you rush, you're in traffic sometimes, and you get to your job. You get to your job and you try to be the best employee that you can be, and you work for as much time as you can work, put in your hours. You want to be a good employee, and you want to be seen as being quite efficient in your job. You want to be seen as being a capable worker at your job. So if you're going to apply all of those principles to a job that is not yours, that you will never own, that you have no control over, that someone else determines what your worth is in terms of income based on the position or title that they give to you. Over here, you decide that based on what you do will determine which rank and title you have. You get to choose that. In your job, someone else chooses that and said, this is the position or title that you get, and this is the amount of money that comes with it. And you can't do anything about it. You can't, because it's probably only one person that can have that position at a time. Over here, you get to decide and write your own future. You get to chart your own course and forge your own path. You want to hit apprentice, go up there and find 3 people. You want to hit builder, go up there and get 1040 in volume. And you hit builder, right? You get to decide how fast you move. You get to decide how much you earn. You do. You are in control of your future. You are. So you have no excuse if you, based on where you are or where you are not, it is based on what you do and based on what you don't do as well. All right? Keep that in mind, guys. So treat it like a job until it pays you like a business. Try to be as efficient as possible when you work your business. Take time, plan, aim to reach your targets, set your goals, just the same way you would do it at your job. The same way that you would have targets, and by the end of the day, I got to get this stack of work done. No boy don't call me, no boy don't, I working through, I got all this stuff to do in my, to get this target hit, right? Give your business the same respect. Give your business the same level of respect, because at the end of the day, one of them is going to take care of your immediate bills for now and responsibilities, and one of them is going to take care of your future lifestyle and how you live with the rest of that. Okay? One of them will have you working, will have you being able to pay bills and put food on the table and feed your family. The other one is going to give you a lifestyle that you might have only ever dreamed of, that you can live well above what you're doing right now. Take care of your family in a way that you never could have imagined. Travel the world and just live free. One gives you freedom, and one keeps you, well, the opposite of that, right? Bondage. So ask yourself, if one of these things allows me to just make enough money just to pay the bills, just to survive, but then I've got this other thing that I can do that can literally give me financial freedom and time freedom and peace, freedom of peace, a peaceful lifestyle. Which one are you spending more time and energy on? The job that is not yours, that will never give you that will just keep you, if they say that a job is your boss's bribe to give up on your dreams. Because by the time you leave your job and you come home, you're so tired. Like The Rock says, you're not tired, you're uninspired, right? You're uninspired, not tired. So now a lot of people, they never really go after their dreams because they feel like, man, what time do I have to go after dreams? I work so hard. During the day at my job. By the time I come home, I just want to sleep. I just want to rest. And if you've got children, you could forget that. You got to come home, you got to cook probably, you got to take care of the children, you got to clean some stuff. And then you get a chance to rest and you are knocked out. So you have no time to work on yourself or your dreams or your goals, because most of your time is spent between sleep and a job building someone else's dream. If you're not building your own dream, someone else will hire you to help build theirs. And until you accept and understand that, you will never be able to get out of that rut that you call life. It's just literally going to be a repetitive process of waking up to go work for someone else, come home, sleep, rest, wake up, do it again, rinse and repeat. And at the end of 5 years, maybe you've been working right now for 5 years. At the end of 5 years, you still saying, I'm broke. Maybe you've had a job for 10 years, or you've been in the workforce for 10 years, and you right now looking at your bank account, which means if you saved $100 per year, not per month or per week, per year, if you save $100 per year for 10 years, you should right now have easily $1,000 put aside in savings. That you don't even need to touch. You should be able to look at your bank account like, I got $1,000 US. That's easy. That's nothing. If you've been working, not saying in your current job, you've been in the workforce for 10 years, $100 a year, you should easily have $1,000 US you could take out right now if you needed to, without having to shift anything. And if that is not the case, then plan A has not worked. Be on to plan B. Again, I don't know who I'm talking to. I just spit facts straight as it comes. All right. So give your business some more respect. Put some respect on your business's name. Set your hours. This comes down now to being disciplined. Set your hours. What are you prepared to work with, and stick to each day. Everybody's day is not going to be set up the same way. Some people are going to have more time in a day to do different things. That's fine. I'm not saying that you're going to be able to do it 24/7. You have a job, you got a plan. But what I'm saying is, you have to set aside something for the business that's going to change your life. You can't have the excuse that I have no time because of my job. That job is not yours. It is not yours. It will not give you the life of your dreams. It just pays you enough to come back the next week, or pays you enough to come back the next month. That is all it is, just enough that you can make it to the following month, but keep you on paycheck to paycheck. It is not going to help you get free. So if you're saying, I have no time to attend all these Zooms, I don't have time to invite people to the calls, I don't have time to go in and learn my business, then guess what? You're probably going to be stuck in the same position you are for a very long time. That's just the reality, all right? Just the reality. Set your hours and stick to them every single day. Do something that your future self will thank you for. Decide what it is that you plan to do within those few hours. Will it be personal development? Do you plan to read a book for 15 minutes at least a day? Do you plan to use those 15 minutes to call, get on the phone, do follow-ups, reach out to people? Take 15 minutes, just 15 minutes at least, every single day. Everybody can find 15. If you can't find 15 minutes in a day for yourself, you've seriously headed down a very, very dangerous road. You're about to crash. If you can't find 15 minutes for yourself and your business, you are on a head-on collision for crashing hard. Hard. But if you take 15 minutes, you say, this 15 minutes is going to be productive. Don't call me, don't message me in this time. This 15 minutes, I'm building my business. I'm going to be calling people. I'm going to be inviting people to the Zoom. I'm going to be sending people the video. I'm going to be following up with folks. I'm going to be meeting new people on social media. What are you doing in that 15 minutes could be more effective than a person who has a whole day home doing nothing, right? Or nothing to do, but they're not utilizing their time wisely. That 15 minutes could be more impactful than a person who doesn't have a job and they got a lot of free time on their hands. It's what you do with what the time that you have, all right? So this is why when people tell me, oh, I don't have time. Yeah, you do. We may not have time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all, I don't care what you do. All of us have the same time. Some people are multi-billionaires and some are barely making ends meet. You know the similarity though? Both of them have the same 24 hours in a day. So what are you really saying? The difference is what one does with his or her time versus what the other person does with their time. What you do with your time is going to make all the difference. So plan your days out, plan your blocks. 15-minute blocks can work, okay? Be fiercely protective of your time as well. Time is valuable and should be respected. This is why I do not like people wasting my time. I don't. At all. Money, you can lose money and get it back. Time, no, you can't get it back. Time is not money. Time can never be and never will be money. Time and money are not on the same level. Money is nowhere as important as time. So do not waste your time. And I'll tell you one way I know some of you waste time. See TikTok? TikTok is one of the biggest waste of time. I learned that, I don't want to say the hard way. I haven't really learned the hard way, but I understood that very quickly. I don't understand people go on TikTok. Listen, sometimes it happens, you know, you might be watching, you're looking at a YouTube video, and then it switches to that one or and somehow you end up on TikTok videos. I don't know, like I guess they're connected. So, and it's just short videos. So you find yourself watching one, then you're scrolling up, another one, scroll up, and people will spend hours just next video. I'm doing what? Really doing watching people dance, watching people do stupidness. It's one of the most stupid things. And the people who understand that it is based on stupidness are making a ton of money. You know why? Because they know that people like stupid. So they just create a bunch of stupid videos and they know that people are going to be sitting there for an hour to 2 hours. Just let me watch another one. And you just scrolling for an hour to 2 hours watching nonsense. Then you wonder why you're broke. You spend an hour to 2 hours of your day or more watching people dancing, watching people cook stupidness, watching people just do nonsense. And you do this every single day and you just laughing and you jumping, you laughing. You ain't making a cent, but you spending hours on TikTok and watching videos and you broke. That's why you're broke. Start to take your time seriously. I used to watch a Netflix video every night. Look, I watched a movie last night for the first time in weeks. Some of my Netflix is expired. I gotta pay it. I haven't even bothered to pay it. Why? Because I'm too busy working on my future. I'm too busy working building an empire. I'm too busy doing stuff during the day and during the night. I'll get around to it eventually. But if you sit and watching stuff and scrolling and watching stupid videos and looking at stuff with celebrity, like the celebrities are already paid. Why are you spending hours watching them? Why? What does it do for you? Right? That's why you don't have anything coming in. That's why your business not growing, because you're not devoting your time to what makes sense. So if you don't devote to what makes sense, how you expect to make dollars? If it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. Simple as that. All right. So understand, like I said, guys, the power of 15-minute blocks. All right. Sit down for 15 minutes with a prospect. You can do 3 ways. You can do follow-up, do some personal development, phone calls. You can do that. Be protective of your time. Right. You will never find top leaders mindlessly surfing the internet on social media, doing stuff. They're focused. They're laser focused. They got that rhino mentality. When a rhino sees a target and it charges, do not be in its way. It will move an elephant. It will move trees if it needs to. Shrubs, rocks. It just charges. Focused. What does focus mean? Focus. Firmly on course until successful. All right? Write that down. Firmly on course until successful. So you don't have time to be distracted with the white noise. You don't have time for conversations about who do what and who business is whatever and who. You ain't got time for that stupidness. That doesn't do anything for you. Some people spend more time talking about other people and what other people are doing, who like who and who bad, and that's why they can't get anywhere. Mind your own business. When you start to do that, then you're going to start to see some success. All right, guys? So we're going to bring it to a close at this point. We're just about an hour and 15 minutes. Real quick, if there's anyone that any points that might have jumped out at you, let me know in the chat, guys. Let's discuss it. Like, you guys got the points. Let's recap those. So we did 4 points today. We did strategy number 1 was personal growth. Strategy number 2 was network marketing skills. Strategy number 3 was your product and your service. Strategy number 4 was time management. All right. Yeah, it was time management. So we did 4 today. We're going to continue the rest next week. Any points that jumped out at you guys, let me know in the chat or let's talk about it. You know, I think your mics are unmuted. We can do that. So who wants to go first? We can spend about 5 minutes doing this, just about 5 minutes discussing some of what was said. Which points kind of hit home to you the most? Who's first? Everybody get shy? All right. So this, I guess I'm gonna just have to pick some names, right? Okay. Well, let's pick some names. Oh, I see a hand is raised. Let me see who this is. All right. Infinity. All right, go ahead, Sean. Your mic is unmuted, bro.
I like the point about not letting people waste your time, because so far I have talked to a lot of people and they will be telling me, I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to get back to you. Then when you get back to them there, man, I'm busy. I can get back to you again, and you're wasting your time trying to convince them all the time, and they're wasting your time. And I like the part wash and move on and go to the next person. I like that point jump out to me.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. You know, remember at the end of the day, we're here to sort. We don't convince. Sort. S-O-R-T. Sort. Don't convince. Our job is not to convince people of anything. Our job is to share the information, allow them to make an informed decision, and then we sort through who wants in and who doesn't. That's all. That's all that we're doing. We're sorting. We're not here to convince. Don't let people waste your time, because you can't get it back, brother. All right? Good point. Anyone else? Who's next?
Yo, bro, what's up?
Sure.
Yeah, man, you made some very interesting points, and some points that I've been sharing with a friend of mine as well, even before this call, up to last night, about not wasting time, about following up, about strategic ways that he could use to, not convince, but to help persons make a decision that is best suited for them. Because, as you would say, getting where you fit in, So actually, I was listening to you, and you mentioned the spreadsheet, and this is the third time I hear you mention this spreadsheet, bro. And in the process of listening to you, I opened up my Excel and created a spreadsheet.
Nice.
And the amount of names that I reached out to yet, fam, let me tell you something. It's blowing my mind. I got a whole list of names that I need to reach out to, and I'll do that today for sure.
And it allows you to be a lot more organized as well.
Yeah.
Just talking to people, you're gonna forget some of the people you talk to. Every time I talk to someone in my spreadsheet, I know the date that I spoke to them. I know I got some notes, so I know how the conversation went. I know when I followed up with them the first time, and I know when I followed up with them the second time. So I got all the information to know how the conversation went, what they said, if they're looking to get started, when they're looking to get started, everything. So I'm a lot more organized, and I know it allows me to know who to get back to first. I don't have to try to guess and remember, no, it's in the spreadsheet. And I can sort it based on first name, I can sort it based on date that they were reached out to, all of that as well. Nice. Like I said, in your job, this is the things we do. You got to be organized. Treat it like a job until it pays you like a business.
Correct, bro.
Good stuff, bro.
And the other thing that would have reached out to me, that would have jumped out at me is learning to follow up, for one, and watch a lot of videos. As you were saying, I rather watch videos and learn. I learn that way better, and I get the information that I need. I could grasp the information better than opposed to sit down and read it. Right. So that's something that I up to last night after 2:00 in the morning, I was watching videos about the platform, about the business, so all these different things. And also when somebody asks a question, if they have questions, I could share, I could explain, right? So it helps educate you, it helps you build the business, and it gives you a little what I would say, encouragement is the word, confidence is the word I'm looking for. It gives you more confidence to be able to share the business and what it is that you do. Even if you got somebody asks you what it is you do, as you said, you should be able to say, well, bam, I do this, So yeah, thanks a lot, man.
All right, good stuff, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, all of that is personal. All of that is personal development. All of that is personal development, and you watch the stuff, you get it, you pick up little points, and every time you hear it, like, I mean, at this point, I still be watching videos and looking for new videos to view as well, so that I could pick up on some new information and so on. All right, Jerome, I see your question. Where do you find the 3-minute review video? You mean the 3-minute or you mean the 30-minute?
I think he meant the 3-minute though, coach, because I actually found it this morning with I think it's Joe, the CEO. He was pretty much giving just a short overview of what it is they do. He was standing up behind in front of the oil.
Yeah, I know the video. I got the video. I have saved the video in my WhatsApp. I'm actually gonna put the Linktree link again for you, Jerome. Go to the YouTube, the official YouTube channel. Is on there, right? So if you go to Linktree, hold a minute, let me say Linktree /E2 Society. There you go. So if you head to that link, and there's a tab that's called the YouTube channel, the IX official YouTube channel. If you go there, there's a lot of videos in that. There's a 3-minute one in there as well. So you can find it there.
Thank you. I had lost my sound. I got it back. Thank you.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome, brother. Good stuff. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to share before we bring this to a close? 25 past. Don't want to go past half past. Anyone else wants to share what stood up to you? Which points kind of jumped out? Lizanne, Janelle, Star, Claudette. No? All right. So guys, let's bring the session to end. Again, thanks for coming on. Great call. And again, take the information and use it. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about duplication. If you're on here and you've got a team and your team isn't on here, then you're not duplicating. And you don't want a situation where you are the only person that is doing anything in your team. If that's the case, it's going to take you a while to get anywhere because everybody's going to be dependent on you. The downside to that is the day that you can't do anything, the day that you're sick, the day that you're out of commission and you can't do anything, everything stops. And that is not what you want to happen. That your business is based only on when you are doing it, okay? Duplication is key. All right, guys, so again, great training today. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be our technical training at 3 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern. For the guys in the Caribbean outside of Jamaica, you know that's 3 p.m. our time, all right? So make sure you're on that. If you've got new people, definitely make sure that they're on that call, especially new people, so that they can learn how to navigate the back office. And by the way, this call, along with all the previous trainings we've done thus far, are also on the Linktree site as well. So you can go back and you can get the training on how to do whatever you need to do and these motivation calls on Saturdays, all right? That being said, I'll see you guys. Next call for today is going to be, this evening, is going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's the opportunity call where you can invite folks to tune in, all right? That being said, have a great day on purpose. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Cheers.